Good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, so the big question, of course, everybody has is, do you juggle knives? And the answer is, I did once. Okay? So I am known as Cutco Kevin. I am also known as your friendly neighborhood knife guy, aka the edgy gift guy. And what I do, you probably look up here and go, okay, so he sells knives. Well, what I actually do is I help businesses with client retention. Not just my business, but other businesses as well. And I use Cutco as a vehicle to do that. Now, my sales career started when I was 7 years old, and we didn't have a lot, growing up. And I wanted a racetrack that I saw at the store. My dad said, "Well, we can't afford it." And I had a comic book, and on the back it said, "Sell greeting cards and win prizes." And so I found this. I sent in this coupon, and they sent me back this kit, and I walked around the neighborhood knocking on doors saying, "Would you like to look at some greeting cards?" And that was my beginning of my sales career. Fast forward, when I was 19 years old, I walked into an office. The sign on the side of the road said, "Student work 950." At that time, I was working at a wood shop in Stowe, Ohio, where I literally had a job that a monkey could do, putting wood in the top of a machine. The machine did all the work, and then the part fell out the bottom, and I would take the part and I would place it on the pallet and make it $5 an hour. So when I saw student work 950, I said, I will take it. Whatever it is, I don't care what I got to do, I'll take it. So I'm dating myself repeatedly, right? So I started this Cutco thing, and I've been doing this for 24 years. Sometimes it's been a full-time job, sometimes it's been a part-time job, and other times it's completely taken over my life. And right now, I have a thriving business, and I've kind of taken that Cutco vehicle to help businesses retain their clients and build stronger relationships through the art of a gift. And the principle that I teach, I like to call win-win gifting. Because many times what happens is, in business, we give gifts that are kind of universal and kind of make sense for everybody and are easy to get. And typically those things are going to be something consumable, a gift basket, a gift card, a bottle of wine, maybe somebody's a realtor, they might give a plant, or perhaps a puppy, maybe not a puppy. But what do all those things have in common? Where are they 36 months from now? They're gone, right? They're eaten, they're consumed, they're spent, they die, hopefully not the puppy. But basically what happens is there's just nothing to remind the client of the relationship that they have with the profession. And so what you want to do is you want to try to find a gift that actually, if you have a pen and paper, you should jot this down. An amazing business gift should do two things. The first thing that it should do is it should be a sincere expression of gratitude. Okay? The second thing it should be is a lasting reminder of your service. And that will be a win-win. Because a lose-win gift is when I give you something that you enjoy, you use, you feel appreciated, but then it's gone so you don't remember this relationship you have, right? And as much as we would love to believe it, people don't sit around Thanksgiving dinner talking about their realtor, okay? Or about their lender, or about their banker, or about their graphic designer. They just don't, all right? So what we have to do is find a way to create that top-of-mind awareness. And I've even got us kind of a sneaky way to be present at that Thanksgiving table, even if you're not physically there, okay? So we take the Cutco product. So the first thing is we want something that's durable and useful. That's the number one thing you want to look at when you're looking for a gift that will be the ultimate gift. And we're not going to actually get into what the gifts are right now. What I want to do is kind of share the principles with you. Because I've spent a lot of time studying this, a lot of time learning about gifts, a lot of time with different professionals, talking about what they do, what they love. And one of the traps we fall into is this gesture idea of gifting. So in other words, even though Cutco makes garden tools, that wouldn't necessarily be a great business gift for somebody, even if they love to garden. It might be a good gift for my aunt who loves to garden. But how often are they actually going to use that gift? In Ohio, Northeast Ohio, right? They're going to get a couple months of use out of it. And so if you're going to give a gift that you want them to have around for a long time and use every day, you want to give something that's going to get used, again, that's durable and useful. And so gesture gifts oftentimes just don't fit into that. The second thing is you want to give something that can be branded tastefully. And there's a couple reasons for this. First reason is, well, here's what not tasteful is. All right, if I give Michelle a jacket and on the back it says "Buy knives from Cutco Kevin," all right, I say, "Here, Michelle, I appreciate you. Here's a jacket. Please wear this everywhere." Who's that gift really about?
You.
It's about me, not Michelle, right? And what I'm doing is I'm saying, "Hey, I want to take advantage of our relationship and ask you to advertise for me."
I will.
Okay? I appreciate that. And I appreciate that Michelle would, all right? But the reality is for most of your clients, you hand them something like that, and it's not even going to be a lasting reminder of your service because it's going to be a goodwill, right? They're just not going to, and it feels a little bit cheap, right? So you can brand something, though, as long as it does not affect the durability, the usefulness, or the enjoyment of the product, okay? Most people didn't ask me to walk a billboard for me. But if I give them a gift that they use every day and they love and it's best in class and it happens to have my information on it, in one sense, it's actually a service to my clients. And realtors know this better than anybody because 90% of people say that they would love to use their realtor again in the future. If you ask them right after the transaction, 90% say, "I love my realtor. I'm going to tell my friends and family. I've got the magnet on my fridge. I'm going to tell everybody about it." But the same study where they ask all these questions, they ask, "How did you find your realtor?" And only 12% used a realtor they worked with in the past. Think about that. It goes from 90% say, "I want to use you again," down to 12%. That's kind of a scary statistic. And the other statistic that's scary for the rest of us who aren't realtors is that the average small business is losing 50% of its clients to the competition every 3 years. All right, people are going away. Now, it might be they found a Groupon. It might be that their brother-in-law opened a pizza shop and you're a pizza shop, and so they're going up there. It might be that their brother-in-law got into financial advice, or maybe their niece is now just graduated from graphic design school, or whatever the situation is. But we're losing 50%. That's why lead gen is such a big thing. That's why cold calling exists, right? Because if we could all keep all of our clients, we'd get to a point where we said, "Okay, we got this client book and I don't need to add anymore," right? Because they'll keep giving me referrals and they'll keep bringing me more business. But the fact is we need to have that constantly renewed. Well, my goal is to bridge that gap. My goal is to help businesses build strong relationships with their clients that will last forever. And by using gifts, this is a way that just makes that relationship indelible. There's something called the reticular activating system. Anybody heard of that?
Yes.
All right. Can you give me a quick description of what a reticular activating system is?
It's what drives your managing thought process. It's what turns your front lobe into doing and looking for the different opportunities that are out there.
That's right.
Activate it in order to make that happen.
Exactly. You have to activate your reticular activating. Basically, to put it in the most simple sense, it's the attention center of the brain. All right? So if this is a perfect example. If I go and I buy a brand new car and I think I'm the only one in town, I've never seen one of these. This is amazing. I'm really excited to have this car. Inevitably, I'm going to pull out of that lot, I'm going to drive to the first light, and I'm going to see what? This same car, right? And I'm going to start seeing them all over town. Now, they were there before, but I just wasn't trained to look for them, right? So if we can find a way to hack that reticular activating system to where your clients can only ever think of you when they think of your industry, then what you've done is you've taken up that real estate in their brain so that when somebody next to them at the Panera or at Brown Bag Burgers is having a conversation about your industry, they'll actually stop and go, "Hey, you know what, I know somebody. If you're going on a trip, you need to talk to me. He's going to take care of you," right? Because you've taken up that real estate in their brain. And so that's what we want to do. And that's the focus of giving gifts that are going to last a lifetime, that are going to be branded. And then the third thing is you want to have a system in place. Because I think I'm the only one in this room that gets paid to shop for closing gifts, or for business gifts, right? None of us do that. So that's not really, income producing activity when we're out shopping. So we actually put a system in place for all of our clients so they have gifts on hand. I was just talking to Michelle about this, where when she needs a gift, she knows she's got a box full of gifts sitting right there, and she can just grab one and go. She doesn't have to think about it. And what's cool about this, and the reason why Cutco works so well here, is because, raise your hand if you eat. All right? Now keep that hand up if you tear your food apart with your hands. right? Nobody does that. So,
Fried chicken.
what's that?
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken. Well, okay, there are exceptions to every rule, right? But very few people are grabbing a tomato and going like this, you know, just digging into it like that. Most people will use a knife, and as a matter of fact, even people who don't cook a lot are going to use a knife about 4 times a week. So that makes this pretty much a universal gift that's going to get used all the time. Now, let's talk about why knives, right? Well, that kind of answers the why knives, but the bigger question is why Cutco, right? So, anybody in here own Cutco for yourself at home? All right, so how long, let's see, how long have you had your Cutco?
30 years.
30,
I sold them back
30,
in
right?
I sold them back in 1988.
1988, he sold Cutco, and you still have them? Now, have you ever had them sharpened?
We talked about the one that just cracked.
Yep. So, and we're going to get that taken care of for you. You bring that in, we're going to get it sent back, we'll get it replaced. So Cutco has a forever guarantee, all right? What that means is it's kind of like Snap-on tools in the kitchen. So if anything happens to it, if it chips, cracks, breaks, melts, yes, melts. I have customers who have dropped their knives on their stove, melted the handle, or better yet, I had this one lady, anybody ever do this? You're cleaning up, right, like before a party, and you're cleaning up the kitchen, and you're like, oh, people are about to show up, you hear the doorbell ring, you take a tray full of stuff and you stick it in the oven,
Yeah.
just to get it out of sight, and then the next day you forgot you did that, so you preheat the oven, right? So somebody did that with one of their table knives, and they ended up with a pancake with a blade sticking out of it, right? And they sent it into the factory, and guess what they did? Brand new knife, no questions asked. That's the kind of guarantee Cutco has. And I actually want to share a video with you guys here. Jason has queued up on YouTube. This is one of my clients who, I'll just let her talk. So go ahead, Jason.
This is one of my Cutco friends. Her name is Peggy Carstens, and she has an interesting story about her French chef knife. And how long have you had that, Peggy?
Since 1955.
Wow. And so what made you decide in 1955 that buying Cutco would be a good idea?
Years ago, my mother and father had wherever cookware,
Mm-hmm.
and at that time, I think Cutco was associated with them.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
And
Internet.
so as soon as I graduated from college, I started my whole chest, and I bought a whole set of Cutco. This is one of my original knives, and I bought a whole set of wherever.
That is
For my
awesome.
whole chest.
So number one, how do you like Cutco?
Oh, I love Cutco.
Okay.
I give it to my mother and to
That is awesome to hear. And how many other things do you still have that you purchased in 1955?
my sewing machine, because that was part of my whole chest too.
Yeah. So not much, huh?
Probably not much.
Would you say Cutco has been a good investment?
Very good investment. It's a super time.
Well, thank you very much.
So, I'm not sure what happened with the video there and why that froze up. And she normally, she's waving that thing around. It's almost kind of scary. They're waving that big knife around. But that's just one of hundreds, actually thousands of stories that I've heard over the years of people that have had their Cutco for that long and that love it. So when you think about what is a perfect gift, something that's going to last forever, get used every day, something that can, here's the second reason why you want to engrave it and why you want to brand something, so that it's tax deductible. See, if I give a gift, like a bottle of wine, I'm limited. I can give you a $75 bottle of wine, but the IRS says I can only write off what? Anybody know? 25 bucks per client per year. So most people are spending, if they're buying gifts for their clients, they're spending more than 25 bucks. A $25 gift card to Chili's doesn't say, I really appreciate you, unless you like Chili's, whatever. But when you engrave something, you don't write it off as a gift, you write it off as advertising. So this way now it's 100% tax deductible. So that's the other benefit there. And then of course having a system in place means you never have to think about it, and you never have to shop for gifts again. I'm going to pass these around. And I will say, guys, don't touch the edge. It's always a guy. Don't touch the edge. I promise they're sharp, and I only have a limited number of Band-Aids here. So, Cutco has a full line of kitchen items. We have garden tools. We have hunting knives, fishing knives, pocket knives. If you guys have any questions about this, there's two things I'm going to do today for anybody who's here at NTI. Number one, if you want to place an order, any retail order for Christmas that you place today, I'm going to take 20% off in retail pricing. Okay, and we have gifts that range in price from around $50 up to $3,000, depending on what you want to get somebody. Okay, and then we also have for our business gift program. Typically, what we do is we have quantity discounts that start at 12 gifts. If you wanted to place an order for some gifts today and try it out, we're lowering that quantity down to 8. So you'll get the pricing of getting 12, but you'll get it down at just ordering 8 of them to get started. Does that make sense to everybody? If you have any questions, come and talk to me after. But if you have interest in this, but you're like, you know, this sounds really cool, this is something I'd like to implement in my business, but I'm not ready at this moment to just pull the trigger and buy some stuff, go ahead and take out your business card and put a star on it, okay, so that I know that you're giving me your business card because you're interested in this, and I'll collect those, and then I'll follow up and send you some information regarding the pricing and ordering, how that all works, and then we can even meet one-on-one for some coffee and discuss it that way. So does anybody have any questions here as we're finishing up?
Is there like a catalog or?
Yes, I can send you the catalog online. If you want to see the catalog, put a star on your card. And I have a catalog with me here too. I have price lists that these have an order form on the back. Again, where it says 12, you'll get that pricing if you order 8 of them today. So is there anybody who wants one of these? All right, any other questions? All right, so now is where we put the apple on Heather's head and I throw the knife. Just kidding. All right, thanks guys. Appreciate your time.